going hard, yeah. I pop in your memory, You should be glad I'm showing you sympathy, I gave you real love out the gutter, Ever let you go, you gon' suffer,
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Carson Wentz's Eagles going up against Ryan's Falcons.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match. With the Philadelphia Eagles. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? LeGarrette Blount, his first 1,000-yard season since, what, 2010, his rookie year? And 18 touchdowns in the regular season, and no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder trying to prove something.
It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. And they'll go Wentz to Blount here. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. Wentz going to give this one to Blount. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through it at the 46. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. Now a toss play to Blount. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Again, here's Blunt. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he connects with Ertz. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. Now Blunt. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. LeGarrette Blunt, 29 yards. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
This is Coleman. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Here's Coleman. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. On third down, Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Here's Blunt. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On second down, here's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And down he'll go at the 25. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here is the punter Jones as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They will run again with Coleman. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Coleman. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Dancing to his left. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Give him 30 yards there.
Julio Jones is off to a monster first half, but still, can he reach what he did against the Panthers in 2016? Didn't he go for a cool 300 in that game?
On the dot in week 4, 300 yards. Oh, Matt Ryan had a pretty good game, too. Threw for over 500. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much
under pressure again, and down he goes again. Michael Kendricks in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So out come the Falcons now. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And while that play was unsuccessful to start the second half, I'm not sure that you just totally abandon what you do running the football. Maybe you make some adjustments in your run game and do things a little bit differently. That doesn't necessarily mean you just go to the pass and do nothing else.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Red zone opportunity. Coleman now. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Three yards remaining here on 2nd down. On the toss, this is Blunt. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
They'll run again with Blunt. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. On 1st down, Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Shift together here from the D-line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Final minute now of the third quarter. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Well, just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
They'll run it here with Blount. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. Now a carry for Blount. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. And that's caught by Smith. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Kept him short of the marker. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Down now at 10-3. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. It's a good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Second down, Ryan. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. Past the 20. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jones. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. So they're operating in the red zone. He's back to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taylor Gabriel, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. The drive starts with a handoff to Blount. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that sets up a big third down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Wentz to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. First things first here, they got to pick up the first down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past,
so a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
and I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Here's Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. As they run the counter play. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Ryan. And on the left sideline. He caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on fourth down. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here. Fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's got some space here. And avoids the contact by sliding. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. And they'll indeed take a knee. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order